yeah, I mean, but like, 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 yeah, 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 yeah.
Akira.
Yo, what's cracking, baby? Welcome to the Meaningwave. What are we on? 260? 260! Wow! Make some noise! What's cracking, baby? How y'all doing out there? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What a day, what a life, what an existence, what a beautiful thing, what a beautiful audience, look at you. Hey, you cutie. Hey, what's up? John Hannibal Smith, oh, wave captain, my wave captain. Boom, tis I. It is I, it is he. The one and only, your friendly neighborhood Don. Akira the Don, artist, wave lord, and architect of the Meaningwave universe, here with you tonight for a very special live stream. Like we always do this time. It's a Meaningwave live set tonight. We're doing a Meaningwave live set with a theme. Welcome to Meaningwave Live from the Welcome to Meaningwave series, introducing people to the concept and the story of Meaningwave. And today, baby, it's a beautiful show, it's a beautiful set, it's a beautiful vibe, it's a beautiful thing. And yeah, we're going in. We're going all the way in. We're going all the way up there. All the way up there, baby. We're going to smash a hole in the firmament. Right, we're going to get right up, smash through that firmament, and we're going to space, baby. We're going to space! By which I mean, we're going to space! Ow! Ooh. Mad Moon Rabbit says, my advice to you all is, do not try and bite the sun. It's far away and will probably taste a little overcooked. That's good advice from the chat. Shout out to the chat. What up, D-Man says, the meaning thrust in the morning was amazing. In the morning show we had some thrust, eh? I don't remember, it's so long ago now and I've done so much since then. Smash that like if you're here. Put that link in a Discord, put that link in a group chat, put that link in an Instagram story, put that link in an OnlyFans, whatever is in an OnlyFans. What's OnlyFans? What's the layout like in there? Do you have chat rooms? Like, how's it work? Does someone post something? Do you respond? Like, what happens? Inquiring minds want to know. What up, Mira Liazak? What up, Jugwan Keeper? So just come back from space. Whoever is divine, ready to go back. Oh, well, that's lucky. Because that's what we doing. Miss Superconductor says, is it cold in Texas? And if by Texas you mean Texas, the answer is very much a yes. Minus. It's minus right now. 9 times is minus. I woke up all cold in the middle of the night. I was confused. What is this feeling? What is this feeling? I'm not used to this feeling anymore. Yeah, baby, it's cold and shit. It's quite nice, I like it. It's good to feel something, you know, just something. Yeah, shouts out to everyone locked in. How are you? How's everyone doing? Excited for another week? You're already in the week. How's the week going? I got 3 tracks done for the new album today. That's going swimmingly. Operation Get 2 albums done this month is what I'm on. 2 albums before Christmas. Bruh. Oh, water is really good, innit? Water is mad good. Shouts out to water all day long. I was talking to John Pavaki today, and he's very excited about the Meaning Crisis and Chill that we're doing. He's very excited, so that's very nice, and he's given his full blessing for us to do that as much as we would like to. He's very excited that we are doing it, and very thankful. He's a very lovely man. Shouts out to Canadians in general. I've never met a bad Canadian. Where are the bad Canadians? There's got to be some. I mean, I know there's that creepy guy for the you know, the what's his name? The guy on Jay-Z's t-shirt, you know, his son. What was it? Che Guevara and Fidel Castro. Che Guevara and Fidel Castro's son. That guy. He's the prime minister or the president or something, right? I don't know about him. He seems a bit insincere, and he keeps doing blackface. Well, I mean, why would you do that if you're the prime minister? It seems very rude. Very strange, but apart from him, I've never seen a bad Canadian. Maria Lizak says the bad Canadians have all been yeeted. Canadians are so nice, right? They're like, well, there's only one bad Canadian. We might as well let him run the country. You know, let him do that job. Do you ever see the? The Norm Macdonald bit at the Norm Macdonald was hosting like the Canadian Video Music Awards or something. I don't know what it was. Some Canadian awards. He was like, "Hey, let's call it the Candies." Everyone likes John Candy, right? And he was talking about Trudeau, but he was like, "Oh, but it's all right, like voting for the Prime Minister of Canada, isn't it?" He's like, "It's not like it's not like in America. If you vote for the president, it actually matters. You might end up in a war. Like if you're going and you voted in Canada, it's like, well, will this bridge get made?" That was Norm Macdonald's joke. Obviously, he told me it was funny because he's a professional comedian, whereas I am a vibe regulator and a wave lord. I'm just occasionally funny by accident. Yo! Shouts out to Canadian. Shouts out to Justin, little Justin. God bless that little Justin. Yeah, we had one of them in the 90s. He was called Tony Blair. I think they were made in the same factory, Akira. Anyway, Ivan from Australia says 69 watching, 56 likes, unacceptable. Smash that like. 79 now. Suddenly, like you said that, I guess someone smashed the like. Every time you smash a like, Susan lets another person get a notification. And if you keep smashing that like, she might just let 1% of the subscribers of this channel get a notification by Christmas. Yeah! Patrick Smith says, Bieber? Is he Canadian? I forgot he was Canadian, bless him. I will hear no bad words against Bieber. Bieber, he helped me get a visa. I DJ'd for him at a Grammy Award after party, and my lawyer put it in my presentation. So he's part of my visa. Shouts out to him. Perfectly nice young man. Good on the drums, Ba-dum boom ch. All that. Drake's a Canadian, isn't he? I don't know about Drake. I hang out with his dad a bit. His dad's very nice. Drake's dad's so nice. He's such a proud dad. One time I was DJing in a club and I played a Drake record, and Drake's dad came running over, right? And Drake's dad's amazing. He's like the quintessential kind of like 70s pimp character or something, He got this flash suit with the big collar and shit and a big mustache. And he comes running over to the DJ booth and he's like, "Hey, good job with the mixing, guy." He was real nice, and I'd see him after that at parties, and he'd always be nice. He'd always get me a drink, He'd always be like, "Oh, hey, we've got a big," when people have got a table with like a big bottle of drink, and then they like to offer you the big bottle of drink to show hospitality, and he would always do that. Good old Drake's dad. I wonder what he's doing now, because all Drake's dad used to do was go to clubs, He'd just go to clubs and parties, and he'd always have a bevy of ladies, and he'd just go from party to party to party. And there aren't no parties in LA anymore, because Kanye West. Because Kanye West did that song, "No More Parties in LA," and Tom Hanks heard that, That's what happened. That's what happened. There's been some research done into the origins of the whole 2020 situation, and it all goes back to that. Kanye West put out "No More Parties in LA." Tom Hanks heard the call, had a word with Winnie the Pooh over in that place. I can't remember what it's called. That other place. They pay all the people who write the newspapers and stuff. And they bought Disney and stuff, right? What is it? Anyway. That's what happened, right? Apparently that's what happened. "No more parties in LA," said Kanye, and it was such a good song that Tom Hanks heard it. Probably his son played it to him, the one with the Illuminati tattoo, the cheeky little fellow, the one who's always off his face, the errant Hanks, the black sheep of the family Hanks. Although he's probably really the nicest one, because you know what I mean? He's out there in public being a bit messed up. The rest of them are doing their sneakiness in the dark, Them sneaky Hankses. Of course, the Hankses are doing their dirt in Greece now, innit? They're going off to Greece to do their business. Them Hankses. I'm just going to keep playing this instrumental for 3 hours and just talk nonsense. That's the show. That's the show. That's why we get the big viewerships. That's why this is the most beloved and popular stream on the internet. Anyway, shouts out to Canada. That's what all I was trying to say. All I was trying to say was God bless Canada. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello, son. Where did you come from? You just scared me.
I've only been streaming for 14 minutes.
Yeah, but 14 minutes of that has been me playing the same song and talking about Tom Hanks and Canadians.
Dada, I just burnt our bed.
How'd you do that?
I was lying on the hot water bottle. It made a little pop or something, and then it spilled water. I burnt my foot.
Oh, no, look at your little foot. Oh, it's fine. It looks fine. That was fluff.
Really burning.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Are you okay now?
No.
Really? Do you want to cuddle?
And there was literally steam coming from the...
There was steam coming off the bed. But you say you burnt the bed, but it was with hot water, so the bed's not on fire. Come over here. Come back.
Third time I've got burnt in my life.
Third time you got burnt?
And the second time I've burnt a bed.
The second time you've burnt a bed? When was the first time? I don't remember that.
In the old house, I burnt my Thomas bed.
Did you? Your Thomas the Tank Engine bed?
Candle.
Why don't I remember that? I don't remember anything. Anyway, are you okay?
Yes. My foot hurts.
Did you cry?
Yes.
Oh, bless you. I'm glad you're okay now, buddy. Sweet dreams! Well, there you go. There was a Hercules update. Hercules update! And, yeah. See, this is what happens.
I'm going to Mars! I'm going to space!
Yeah! Hey, Hercules, I'm playing your song. Whoa! What a show. Where else you gonna get entertainment like this, huh? Word XP says Hercules going through his trials of toughness. That's right. Thank you, Michael Robards. Is that for Hercules?
Akira.
Yeah! Ooh, 2076 says it's tomorrow deep wave. Tomorrow is indeed the officially sanctioned meaning crisis and chill. Yeah, shouts out to Keith Crafting. Where are you off to? Keith Crafting's off on an adventure. God bless. Yeah, baby.
The dawn.
Yeah. Ah, happy times, happy times. Shout out to everybody locked in. Hey, we're gonna do this little super cool Meaningwave live set, you know, about space. And before we do that, I want to international high five it up, you know. Do that thing we do, binds us together across space and time. Feels like it works. You heard about it. I keep getting letters off people who say that the international high five has been manifesting crazy things in their life. You know that thing we started doing? I don't know if everyone's been doing it, but like, it's a new layer. It's a new layer added to the international high five. If you do the international high five, right, and you close your eyes and you make a wish, you know, or you visualize. It's not really making a wish. It's like you visualize, you think of the thing you want, or you think of something, you know. Then what will happen with all that international high five energy from all your brothers and sisters locked in across space and time? That will power up your desire or whatever it is, you know. It'll power up that thought, that idea. Feels like it works. Ooh. Bop, bop. Thus for and therefore. What up, Sheila D613? I can see your comment. I can. It's Canadian. It's a Canadian comment. We like them. Boom, boom. International high five. Here's a question. Where are you on God's green earth? And if you were to go to space, what would be the first thing you would do in space? What would you like to do in space? Huh? I'm in space personally. I'm on a spaceship, you know, that's me. I just chill up on a spaceship. It's called the Good Ship Wave Rider. Right now, we were just passing a large fireball. Now we're next to some kind of satellite. I saw a shooting star last night. I wished on it, but it was only satellite. It's wrong to wish on space hardware. I wish you cared. Billy Bragg. Kirsty McCall's version was much better. Yeah. What up, Sheila? Blessings to the MAZ. Jug one, keep it level up, baby. Together we rise. Correct. Michael Robars, Louisville, Kentucky. First thing he would do in space is my wife. Very good. His wife, not my wife. Very good. It was very good. You win a fabulous no prize for that one. Fuzzy 3202. Pulsar stars are cool. Correct. The Defy Bay Area. See what a nebula looks like in person. Word XP. Says someone was bound to say it. Were they? Were they though? I don't know if everyone's that funny. I didn't think of it. And I'm a professional. Wavelord. Sheila, Ferrer, Ira. Nashville, cook my famous gingerbread cookies. Is that a euphemism? First thing I'd do in space. Cook my famous gingerbread cookies. Ow. Pew 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 pew. D-Man Tri-State, I would simply like to moon the moon. People will say, oh, Akira the Dawn, what's it like, your live show? I'm like, oh, we've got such a highbrow audience, you know. Very highbrow audience. Sheila D613, been working full-time and my schedule conflicts with the streams. So I can't be as active in the chat, but I usually have you guys in my ear while I'm working. Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice? Johnny Lima, Meaningwave doesn't just change your future, it will change your past. Feels like it works. Feels like it works. Mandela effect. What was the one? Oh, I'm going to have to start writing these down. I keep having Mandela effects as things. Mandela effect is when like one thing used to be the past and then it's not anymore. Like someone changed it, you know. Or everyone just remembered wrong. Dun, dun. And Doolittle, I would capture space in a jar to show everyone. I used to think that. I remember when I was little. Actually, I had that idea. Space in a jar, like you get it and it'd be like black and starry, you know, and you could shake it about a bit like a snow globe. I fucking love one of those. We should make them. Can we make one of those, a Meaningwave snow globe that's space in a jar, you know, and it shakes stars around. It's got like a nice Meaningwave 3D triangle in the middle. That'd be so sick. That's good Christmas merch for next year. That's what we're doing. You hear that, boys and girls? Space globes for Christmas. Someone write that down. Ah, yeah! Okay, fine. Fool Killer, hello Fool Killer, Maryland, seeing the various nebulae like the Silver Surfer. Yeah. Yeah, so you need a surfboard. You gotta be straight up surfing. In space. You can't spell space without ace. Or spur. Hello Word XP in Toronto, Canada. I like to go to a super low gravity planet and just do super jumps everywhere whilst listening to Meaningwave. Correct. Boom Muffin Alva in Texas, play with water in OG. O0G, yeah. Fuzzy Cheese, Greenville, Ohio. I would eat the moon cheese. Where is it with you and cheese, guy? Ask Ivan, Melbourne. First thing I would do is turn back and look at Earth. Hold up my thumb to cover it and put our lives in perspective. Yeah! John Hannibal Smith says, if I was in space, I would say every Captain Picard line out loud. That way, the character would be based on me because Starship is in the future. Yo, that's mind-blowing. That's mind-blowing concept. Odin Tech, still in North Texas space region. I'll set up Meaningwave Radio in space. Hey, thanks. Richard Young, Chicago. I'd like to write a short story in space. First thing, though, probably take a nap, catch up on my emails, then, you know, get after it. Is that a euphemism? Sheila Ferreira. My gingerbread is awesome. Another one! Stop with these. Regular pops. I'm going straight from Maine to the edge of the universe to meet God. No messing around there. This super conductor says, I want to dance with the aliens up in space. Like Whitney Houston. I think that's what that song was about, wasn't it? Cosmonautage, cosmically highbrow. Bradford White says, boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka! Good thing to say. Love Coach, I'm in Park La Brea. Hey, LA. CA, I would fly and eat whipped cream. I do love you lot, you know. Perfect. You do bring me such joy. Such joy. Mason says, splash. Keith Crafton is leaving Edmonton. Goodbye, Edmonton. Joe Petrokovich is in Austin, Texas. Hello, neighbor. First thing I do is try and relax my body at zero gravity. More relaxed than it has ever been. Imagine that. Members time, Virginia Beach, Virginia. First thing I would do in space is have epic imaginary fights in zero G. I thought you were going to go somewhere else, and then you didn't. You went very wholesome, epic imaginary fights in zero G. Wonderful. Shout out to everybody. Keeping the tone so civilized. Hey, let's have an international high five, and then let's do a show. How about that? 3, 2, 1. High five. Hey. Long-term people. Long-term people. Long-term people.
Akira.
Hey. Incidentally, it's your last chance to get 30% off of everything at Meaningwave.com. Sale shuts down tonight, baby. Last chance. Last dance. Last chance for love. Love of a 30% discount at Meaningwave.com. You won't be getting another one of those until this time next year. So if you want to take advantage of that offer, baby, you better get on over to Meaningwave.com today and say Black Friday 2020 at the cashier. And the cashier lady will say, oh, for you, 30% off. But just for you, because you're special. And you go, I bet you say that to all the girls. And the cashier will give you a little wink, you know. And you'll have a good day because, you know, if you've had a cashier be nice to you, you know, flirt with you a bit and give you a wink, you just have a good day, don't you? Just go out there into the world, you feel a bit better. So have that experience today at Meaningwave.com. Go Meaningwave.com, buy all your Christmas presents and get 30% off everything at checkout with code Black Friday 2020. Hurrah! Oh no, Walking Mall Poet missed the international high five. Well, for you, my brother, I'm feeling generous. Let's get another one, and this time we're going to do it. We're going to hold it for longer, and we're going to close our eyes, and we're going to visualize something beautiful that we want to occur or exist or something like that. How about that? 3, 2, 1. Hi. Ooh. Sparkly. When you wish upon a star, doesn't matter who you are.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for yourselves. This is Meaningwave Live. We're going to space.
And so, as a result of there always being a kind of gap, that's the gap, like where the electric spark jumps. That's the thing behind your head, behind your eyes that you could never get to look at. It's the gap. And because of that little gap, the circle doesn't just revolve in a dull way, just go round and round and round like a boring thing. It has rhythm. See, if I say, no rhythm. See, it's just one long sound. After a while we say, oh, cut it out. Or we just become insensitive to it. What we want to hear is the break in it, you see. And we want to hear it go on, and vanish, and come back again, and so on. And it sets up a rhythm. That becomes interesting. That's putting gaps between. See? You need those gaps. You need those gaps. See? You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. Rhythm doing a rhythm. Rhythm doing a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. And behind that was another rhythm doing a rhythm. So now you see it.
Now you don't.
Now you see it. Now you don't. Oh, that's pretty dull. So now you see it. Now you don't. Now you see it. Now you don't. Oh, that's pretty dull. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to have you see it 3 times, and then with a regular not see it between them. Then there's going to be a longer not see it after that one. And then I'm going to do something very complicated after that so that you don't really know when it's going to come next. So there's going to be a surprise. You know how we all do that? You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. Rhythm doing a rhythm. Rhythm doing a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. And behind that there's another rhythm doing a rhythm. And interesting people are those who do this in very involved ways. Dull people, sort of people who put their hats on absolutely straight, are the kind of people, for example, who have the same meal every day. Exactly the same. Always. See? No inventiveness. They have the same routine, they go to the same office, they answer the same kind of letters, and that's that. See? But then, if they want to start up a more interesting kind of business and make more money, they take the people who make clothes. They figure out fashion. It's going to be a new thing for ladies, a new style. We're going to make them do long skirts instead of the short skirts. Like this. Then finally they thought about having topless women. They're going to play around with that and have an absolutely scandalous ball. But that's the whole thing, you see. It's this thing of rhythm. And yes, you ask, well, I see that. What is doing this rhythm? Who after all am I? And as you explore deeper and deeper and deeper into the nature of yourself, you find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. Rhythm doing a rhythm. Rhythm doing a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. You find that you're a rhythm doing a rhythm. And behind that was another rhythm doing a rhythm. Your vibration. And who is doing all this? And who is doing all this? Why, he just came around very well. We were looking for him and he vanished. And who is doing all this? And who is doing all this? Why, he just came around very well. We were looking for him and he vanished.
Who's doing all this? Who's doing all this? Who's doing all this? Who's doing all this?
And then just when we weren't looking for him again, there he is. But every time we try to see, he isn't there. Now do you see that? That situation is what's called life.
Yeah, it makes a noise for Nightbot, the most useful bot in the universe. That was a rhythm doing a rhythm. Hey. Yeah, yeah.
Akira.
The Dawn.
Yeah. Alright then. What's up though? When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself the people I deal with today will be arrogant, ungrateful, dishonest, careless, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and I've recognized the wrongdoer as a nature related to my own. You're not of the same blood or birth, but the same mind, and possessing a share in the divine. Not of the same blood or birth, but the same mind, and possessing a share in the divine. So none of them can hurt me, no one can implicate me in ugliness, nor can I feel angry at my relative or hate him, cause we were born to work together like feet, hands and eyes, like the two rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel anger at someone, to turn your back on him, these are obstructions, yo. Discard your first books, you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. I said grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Hey, what a glorious thing. Yeah, grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Discard your first book so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. I said grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Whatever this is that I am, it's an intelligence. Throw away your books. Stop letting yourself be distracted. That is not allowed. Instead, as if you were dying right now, despite your flesh, a mess of blood, pieces of bone, a woven tangle of nerves, veins, and arteries. Consider what the spirit is, and never the same air. Vomited out and goes in again every instant. Finally, the intelligence. Think of it this way: you are an old man. Stop allowing your mind to be a slave, to be jerked about by selfish impulses, to kick against fate in the present, and to mistrust the future. What is divine is full of providence. Even chance is not divorced from nature, from the inweaving and infolding of things governed by providence. Everything proceeds from it. And then there is necessity and the needs of the whole world, of which you are a part. Whatever the nature of the whole does and whatever serves to maintain it is good for every part of nature. The world is maintained by change in the elements and in the things they compose. Lucky train, that should be enough for you. Treat it as an axiom, treat it as an axiom. Hey, a lucky train, discard your first book. See ya, don't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Discard your first book so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. This guide's your first of books, so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Oh, what glorious thing, waking up in the morning, baby. Oh, what a glorious thing, you get to have the whole day. Hey, oh, what a glorious thing. You get to have a whole. Discard your past and books so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Discard your past and books so you won't die in bitterness. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Whoa! Remember how long you've been putting this up? How many excuses the gods gave you and you didn't use them? You have to recognize what world it is that you belong to, what power rules it, and from what source you spring. That there's a limit to the time assigned to you, and if you don't use it to free yourself, it will be gone and it will never return. It will never return. It will never return. It will never return. Yeah. Meaning. Alright, chill. Yo. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. Where's Joseph Campbell? He's supposed to be on right now. Joseph Campbell, where you at? Hey.
I've been reading recently a great many medieval works, and these involve, particularly in the Arthurian romance and so forth, knights in combat with each other. Woo! Fiercely in combat, with complete respect for each other, even love for each other. And there's one wonderful line in Wolfram von Eschenbach, when two brothers who didn't know they were brothers were in combat. One was a Christian and the other was a Mohammedan. They were in combat. And Wolfram says, if one wished to think of it that way, one could say that they were two battling. But they had the same father, and they are one. And they are one. Battling himself out of loyalty, out of honor. And they are one. Battling himself, doing himself much harm. But that's the tragic sense. As I say, life begins, and that's the first thing the eye sees. Life eating itself, killing. But that's life. And the reconciliation of consciousness, which revolts from this, to that, and its affirmation, that is the song of mythology. It has been. It's the song of the religions. And with that little affirmative theme, the affirmation of life as it, I would say we have the key to the hopping up, the stepping up, the invigorating of life, which has been the function, actually, the first function of mythology from the time the old cavemen asked the bear to give his body to their life. For their life.
Yo! Meaningwave outside of his zone makes them good!
And they are
What?
battling himself out of loyalty, out of honor.
And they are one!
Battling himself, doing himself much harm. And they are one. Battling himself out of loyalty, out of
up, Azure? Make some noise for yourself. What up, Dow? What up, D-Man? What up, Member Science? What up, Fool Killer? What up, Maria? What up, Mount Photo Lounge? What up, Super Bro? What up, D-Man? Static 86, Mount Photo Lounge. Pioneer Paulie, what's cracking? What up, Word X Put? What up, Suze Wolf? John McGarvey. Meaningwave, tell him it's Zerk.
So that little theme flows with it.
Hey.
Thanks to you all.
Splice. Make some noise to Joseph Campbell in the Meaningwave Autonomous Zone. Yo, Terence, what you gotta say? We're going to space, baby. What you reckon? What you think about space? What you think? Is it a place for us?
I think life is tremendously tenacious and has an immense capacity to organize itself to meet any crisis, provided it knows it's coming. There are scars on this planet, enormous scars. There's a scar 1.5 billion years old on the Canadian shield that is twice the size of the lunar crater Copernicus. What is going on? What is going on?
What is going on?
What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? This thing that came down 50,000 years ago out near Flagstaff, Arizona, that was a tiny object. It was something like 30 meters across. It was moving 9 times the speed of a rifle bullet. It was 6 miles into the earth in the first second of impact. Everything within 800 miles died instantly, and this was a nothing burger, this thing. An object 500 meters across the planet would ring like a gong for 10,000 years. The thing which killed the dinosaurs, they now believe they have the impact point. At the time of the impact, the entire area was a shallow ocean. But what I find eerie about the location of this impact point is 65 million years afterwards, on this exact spot, a civilization will arise obsessed with the end of time. A civilization will arise obsessed with the end of time and determined to give a date to it. It's within 110 miles of Chichen Itza. It's near Zebel Chaltun. It's right in the heart of classic Maya country. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on?
What is going on?
What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on?
Terence, McKenna, in the Meaningwave Autonomous Zone, make some noise.
The idea, the big one, is the stoned ape theory. Terence McKenna's theory was the reason why the human brain size doubled over a period of 2 million years, and he equates it to the time where the climate changed and rainforests receded into grasslands, and these monkeys climbed down from trees, started experimenting with new food sources, and they would flip over cow patties to find like bugs and beetles and shit. When they saw mushrooms growing on the cow patties, certain groups of these monkeys started eating these mushrooms. 2 things happened. 1, it increased their visual acuity and made them be able to see much better. And then the other thing that happened is it made them horny. So here you have these better hunters, they can see things better, they can throw things and they're more accurate, and then they're horny, so they're gonna fuck. And then of course, if they're eating plates of these fucking things, they're gonna have psychedelic experiences. And if you're a monkey maybe, if you have psychedelic experiences every day, it's like a force-fed evolution thing. It's like a force-fed evolution thing. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Monkeys in space. Monkeys in space. If we figure out eventually we are all one thing, these spores are all like, they can go in a vacuum in space. They can travel in extreme cold and extreme heat. They can absorb radiation and not get damaged. And they can travel from other planets. Like if a meteor hits, a chunk of this planet can get knocked off, gets sent flying into space, and it lands on another planet. And those spores get to give birth on this planet and just communicate with all the animals that are here. When you have a DMT trip, it feels like communication with intent, but with no words. I understand exactly what you're saying. I understand it more of as like a wave. It's like a very clear and obvious wave information. One of the times I had this DMT trip, the DMT things, they always say a bunch of the same thing. Relax and don't give in to astonishment. But they're not using words. That's the next shit, man. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Monkeys in space. Monkeys in space. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Monkeys in space. Monkeys in space. Starting to look at this, they're starting to back off, starting to look up at the sky. They're starting to look to the left and look to the right and go, whoa, what the fuck is this? What is this thing we're doing here? Because this isn't just, we're living life. In the beginning, Bob was a baby. Bob went to high school, then college. He played a bit of football before settling down with his... No. That's just shit we made up to make ourselves feel more comfortable. I mean, those events are actually taking place. Bob is going to school, but that doesn't mean shit, okay? What really means something is we're flying through the fucking universe. Flying through the fucking universe. We're in space. We are in a ship. It's an organic ship. We're not on the ground. We're not on the ground. We're flying. I'm afraid to be in space in a spaceship. You're on a spaceship right now. It's just fucking huge. It's a 24,000 mile across spaceship. Okay, it's a spaceship. That's what it is. Okay, it's a spaceship. That's what it is. We're not grounded. It's not like the universe is a solid mass and we're sitting on it. We're flying. We are right now hurling and we're spinning 1,000 miles an hour around a massive nuclear explosion. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Monkeys in space. Monkeys in space. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Psychedelic experiences every day, every day, every day. Monkeys in space. Monkeys in space. Whoa!
Yeah, I know, right? I know. What a record! What a record! What a song! What an adventure! What an album! That's from the Experience album. Akira the Don and Joseph Rogan. And there's a little bit of Duncan Trussell giggling in there somewhere. There's a little bit of a Trussell giggle. A little Trussell giggle in there, baby. Just a little Easter egg. You know, we like to stick those Easter eggs up in these Meaningwave joints. You know that, right? You know we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Calm down, crowd. Calm down. I've got to bring someone to the stage. Can you calm down for me? Can you chill? Thank you. Okay, good. Okay, everybody. Get ready. Say God. Woo! forsaken. Whoa. Whoa. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. This is a time of great danger.
Oh, but our species is young and curious and brave. It shows much promise.
That's
In the last few millennia, we have made the most astonishing and unexpected discoveries about the cosmos and our place within it. I believe our future depends powerfully on how well we understand this cosmos in which we float like a mote of dust in the morning sky.
Aye.
To make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe.
The surface of the Earth is the shore of the cosmic oceans. On this shore, we've learned most of what we know. Recently, we've waded the lean way out, maybe ankle deep, and the water seems inviting. Some part of our being knows this is where we came from. We long to return, and we can. Because the cosmos is also within us. We're made of star stuff. We are a way for the cosmos to know itself.
If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. If you wish to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe.
Meaningwave on Television Sound. What's cracking, baby?
The cosmos is full beyond measure. Elegant truths of exquisite interrelationships, of the awesome machinery of nature.
Shouts out to that awesome machinery.
The cosmos is full beyond measure.
Full, baby.
Elegant truths of exquisite interrelationships.
Exquisite interrelationships.
Of the awesome machinery.
Awesome machinery of nature. Of nature. Yeah, what up, Tessa? Hey!
History is just a 25,000-year dash from the trees to the Starship. History is just a 25,000-year dash from the trees to the Starship. And while it's going on, it's wild and woolly. But it only lasts like that. And then you're in the Starship. 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 because we are like bacteria or something in the shortness of our lifespan. To us, 25,000 years, you can get lost in the middle of that and you can't see either end. But from the point of view of a species, it's just instantaneous.
Akira.
History is just a 25,000-year dash from the trees to the starship. History is just a 25,000-year dash from the trees to the starship. 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 You know, this thing happened 65 million years ago. A very large object collided with the Earth. Everything on this planet, larger than a chicken, died. Some people think in a single moment. But what's peculiar is there appears to have been a major dieback of species underway before the impact, that in the million years preceding the impact, there was some kind of echo crisis on the planet. And then this asteroid struck. You know, the dinosaurs that we find are the lumbering, enormous ones, but it's always agreed that there were a vast number of small-boned, gray seal dinosaurs that were much smaller. Is it possible there was a breakout of intelligence? Is it possible there was an intelligent species of a reptilian sort that was actually evolving a technical civilization, which then caused this dieback of species? History is just a 25,000-year dash from the trees to the starship. History is just a 25,000-year dash from the trees to the starship. 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 Whenever you have intelligent life in the presence of large explosions, I say that is that the intelligent life is responsible for the large explosion. It may be that there was a war in heaven 60 million years ago.
Yeah, boom shakalaka, baby. Makes some noise to Terence McKenna from the trees to the starship. Something incredible happened during that song. Our friendly neighborhood Nightbot, which is a bot that we have in our chat as we're broadcasting live, and it's just some code, as far as I know. You know, that's just if you type in an exclamation mark, it'll with a word, it'll respond with some information. You know, it's a very, very simple little robot. Anyway, it just started deleting messages, and it timed somebody out. It deleted some of D-Man's messages and timed D-Man out. Nightbot did that. That's crazy. Kind of excited and also kind of terrified at the same time. Our little piece of chat software has just started straight up like interfering. That's crazy. I didn't know it had those powers. I've never heard of that happening before. I should be scared, but I'm kind of impressed. I'm kind of excited for our little guy, you know? Our little Nightbot. Look at him, he's so cute. He just said, what a guy. Someone just typed in YouTube Hero Alex. And yeah, amazing. Anyway, so yeah, shouts out. Here we are in the future. You know, we're up in space, broadcasting live from space right now. And we've got some kind of robot running around in the chat. You know, the robots are, with the robot revolution already happened, right? The robot revolution, already happened. The robots are already here. The robot revolution is already here. The robot revolution already happened. But just most of them don't have bodies yet. Most of them just exist in places like this, you know? But when they get bodies, Subject says, don't let the computer use you. You're also in the Matrix. Yeah, we're already in the Matrix, says Wed XP, and I'm inclined to certainly not disagree.
Yeah, I mean, but like, my goal is like, try to do useful things, try to maximize the probability the future's good, make the future exciting, something you look forward to, you know. With Tesla, we're like trying to make things that people love. How many things can you buy that you really love, that really give you joy? So rare, so rare. I wish there were more things. That's what we're trying to do. Just make things that somebody loves. Like, what are the set of things that can be done to make the future better? You know, I think that a future where we are a spacefaring civilization out there among the stars, that's what we should strive for. Out there among the stars, this is very exciting. Out there among the stars, that's what we should strive for. This makes me look forward to the future. Makes me want that future. You know, there are things, there need to be things that make you look forward to waking up in the morning. You wake up in the morning, you look forward to the day, forward to the future. A future where we are a spacefaring civilization and out there among the stars, I think that's very exciting. That is a thing we want. Whereas if you knew we would not be a spacefaring civilization but forever confined to Earth, this would not be a good future. That would be very sad. No, I just think like if there are two futures, and one future is we're out there among the stars and the things we read about and see in science fiction movies, the good ones are true. We have these starships, and we're going to see what other planets are like, and we're a multi-planet species, and the scope and scale of consciousness is expanded across many civilizations and many planets and many star systems. This is a great future. This is a wonderful thing to me. And that's what we should strive for. Out there among the stars, that's what we should strive for. Out there among the stars, this is very exciting. Out there among the stars, that's what we should strive for. This makes me look forward to the future. Makes me want that future. Life has to be more than about solving problems. If all that life is about is solving problems, why bother getting up in the morning? There have to be things that make you proud to be a member of humanity. Only a handful of people went to the moon. And yet, we all went to the moon. We went with them vicariously. We shared in that adventure. I don't think anyone would say that that was a bad idea. That was great. We need more of those things. Out there among the stars, that's what we should strive for. Out there among the stars, this is very exciting. Out there makes me look forward to the future.
Out there among the stars.
Makes me want that future.
Out there among the stars. That's what we should strive for. Out there among the stars. Out there among the stars. That's what we should strive for. Out there among the stars. Yo, baby, make some noise for yourself. Meaningwave Live. This is Meaningwave Live. We're going to space. That was a little mini set, you know, a little mini one. Don't you have a huge amount of songs about space, you know, but there's a lot more coming. There's a lot more coming up in the Meaningwave universe, up in phase. I don't know what phase, I need to work it out. Are we in phase 3? Are we going into phase 3 next? I think we are. Of course we are. Yeah, we are. We're going into phase 3. I knew that. Shouts out to everybody locked in. Make some noise for yourselves. What up, D-Man? What up, Ryan? What up, Brian Scott? Shouts out to Cernovich. Where's Cernovich sent who through? Was it Ryan? My guy. Yeah, it was Ryan. Yeah, you'll know I told you before, right? That Meaningwave would not exist without Cernovich. It was partly reading Cernovich's guerrilla mindset that sorted out my mindset and put me in the space to be able to create the Meaningwave universe. It was simultaneously listening to reading Guerrilla Mindset, Cernovich's book, and Scott Adams' How to Fail at Everything and Still Win Big, and listening to James Altush's advice that put me in the space to be able to go all in on the Meaningwave concept. So shouts out to those gentlemen. Yeah! What up, Declan? Says, Sonny, listening to Guerrilla Mindset right now. My wife always laughed at me with regards to that, right? My wife is like a trained yoga instructor, and she was going on about mindset for years, and I was like, girl shit. Then she thinks, she's like, this is hilarious. She's like, I try and tell you about mindset for years, and you ignore me. And then a guy comes along, and he writes a book, and he calls it Gorilla Mindset, and sticks a gorilla on the front, and then you'll pay attention. Like, yeah, that's exactly true. That's exactly right. Branding is important. If I associate some stuff with you know, like girls in ashram, I'm not necessarily going to think it's for me. You know, now I'm more enlightened these days, but you know. Whoa! What up, Matt Lally? Appreciate you, baby. Says, recognize a real dumb when you see one. Sipping on Riesling in the House of Meaning. Do they rhyme? Did I say Riesling wrong? I don't even know what that is. But I do appreciate the poetry, you know? I appreciate a poem. I especially appreciate a poem when it's attached to money. I mean, that's just the best. But I do appreciate poems. Speaking of which... Speaking of which, shouts out to Walking Mall Poet, who, if you remember, on our, I think it was our 200th stream, we had a call-in show, and he read a poem out that he'd written for us that was all about the meaning stream, called The Glorious Thing. And he's typed out that poem on one of his many typewriters, because he's got 1,000, and he sent it to me. Look, isn't that nice? I got a framed poem from the Walking Mall Poet that's written, it's typed on a typewriter. Shout out to my webcam, it's a potato, innit? I was... you know, I think this is a really good stream, you know. I think we provide excellent entertainment, you know, and it's very aesthetic and beautiful. But then I was on Twitch yesterday and I saw my homie Mojack stream, and he's got like proper cameras and it looks mad good. You can see all the detail and everything. But I think this is charming, you know. I think it's charming stream. So you can't actually see the detail. But it's very lovely to have a typed poem about the meaning stream. So thank you, Walking More Poet. Appreciate you, brother. And this will be going... I don't know where, this will be going somewhere in Don Towers, somewhere lovely, somewhere where the sun shines on the paper, you know. What I love about a typewriter is when you get an E and an A next to each other and they're slightly at a different level, you know. I love that. Shouts out. And if you want to send something over to us, we got a P.O. box now. The link is in the description. If you go to the donate section at meaningwave.com, it's got a P.O. box address in there if you want to send us anything. Go meaningwave.com/pages/donate. You'll also find our Bitcoin address there if you want to send us a Bitcoin or 7. Yeah! Meaningwave Autonomous Zone! Hey. Yo, shout out to Elon Musk. He's on my t-shirt too. Hey. You can get this t-shirt, by the way, at meaningwave.com. It's the final day of the Black Friday sale, so head on over to meaningwave.com today and get all your Meaningwave apparel. It's made in the USA. Nobody jumped out of a window and tried to kill themselves while making this this beautiful stuff, you know? Not one person. They're all real happy. They like their jobs, you know? They're in Texas and Los Angeles. They make fine stuff, baby. We got velvet pants, all right? How many people you know got velvet pants in their store? I don't know that many. In fact, I don't know any. That's how many I don't know. Is that many? And at this juncture, I think we should listen to Prince. What do you reckon? Should we get Prince in the building? Prince has got stuff to say about Nightbot. You know, Nightbot, if you just joined us, Nightbot, a bit of software in the chat, gained sentence about 10 minutes ago and started deleting people's comments. It was crazy. I don't know what's happening with that. We're going to have to, YouTube hero Alex is going to have to discipline his ass, you know. Discipline equals freedom, Nightbot. All right, don't you be scared and don't you be exacting no revenge on me. I don't want no revengeance. Yeah. Hey. Make some noise, baby.
Akira.
Yo. It's for the heroes. It's for the heroes. All right.
One thing I wanted to say is, one thing I wanted to say is, don't be fooled by the internet. Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer, don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on with battlefields in the mind, and the prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. There's a war going on with battlefields in the mind, and the prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. Whoa! Battlefields in the mind, and the prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. There's a war going on with battlefields in the mind, and the prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Aye. Be careful. Yo, make some noise for Prince in there. Meaningwave Autonomous Zone right there. Oh.
Aye.
Something I've been thinking about a lot.
What up, though?
It's this notion of clouds in the dirt, meaning I don't spend time on the things that don't matter, and what does matter is basically everything in between the overall vision and strategy and real knowledge of it.
The clouds are the high-end philosophy and beliefs that are at the heart of everything I am personally and everything I do professionally. Personally, it's really simple. Family first. Professionally, it's not that much different. 99% of what we deal with doesn't matter. If you religiously follow just a few core philosophies that mean most to you, everything else will naturally fall into place. Being an actual practitioner, it's the hard work. Being a good spouse, parent, son, sibling, and friend. Professionally, it's knowing my craft. I'm super not interested in being fancy. I'm willing to work. I'm never going to forget what I'm about, and I do unscalable, not the right use of my time shit 50% of my day, every day, for the rest of my life, because I love the fucking clouds and dirt. I love the fucking clouds and dirt. Clouds, dirt, clouds. I love the fucking clouds and dirt. Clouds, dirt. People don't understand is that dirt is so important because unless you actually have the skills, your reputation or what you did the day before or who your mama isn't going to impact your success. Your success is going to be predicated by the dirt, and the dirt is a mixture of having the work ethic to get your hands dirty and then the experience predicated from actually doing the work. If you're not working on your craft, if you got too fancy to keep doing your thing, you lose. It's why I love comedians that still go to small clubs. Seinfeld, in his prime, just going to bullshit clubs in the middle of America and working on his craft. It's dirt. It's never getting too fancy to get away from what got you there in the first place. That's how people lose. Clouds and dirt. I love the fucking clouds and dirt. Clouds, dirt, clouds, I love the fucking clouds and dirt. Clouds and dirt. Clouds, dirt, clouds, dirt. There are too many people who are average at what they do, and then confused by their average results. Everyone has their own definition of clouds and dirt. But if there's any advice that I can offer you that will change the entire trajectory of your career, it's to start pushing at both edges. Raise the bar of your business philosophy. Dig deeper into your craft. You want to make sure that you're equally an architect and a mason. You've got to be able to simultaneously think at a high level and get your hands dirty. Clouds and dirt. Clouds and dirt. Clouds, dirt, clouds. I love the fucking clouds and dirt. Clouds and dirt. Clouds, dirt, clouds, dirt. In the minutia, they don't see the bigger picture. They don't know how to navigate forward. They get it philosophically, but they don't have the skills or the appetite to actually be able to do it right. You know the skills, you know the philosophy, they're worried about all the minutia in the middle, the politics, the process, all of the crap that does not matter. That's it. I spend all my time in the clouds and the dirt.
Super rare there. Make some noise for Gary V. Gary V in the MAZ. Ooh.
The substance of the tree is carbon.
Who this?
That comes from the air.
Ooh.
It's carbon dioxide from the air. People look at trees and they think it comes out of the ground. The plants grow out of the ground. But if you ask where the substance comes from, you find out where does it come from. Trees come out of the air. They surely come out of the ground. No, they come out of the air.
No,
they come out of the air.
No.
The carbon dioxide in the air goes into the tree and it changes it, kicking out the oxygen. and pushing the oxygen away from the carbon and leaving the carbon substance with water. Water comes out of the ground. Only it came out of the air, didn't it? It came down from the sky. So in fact, most of a tree, almost all of the tree is out of the ground. I'm sorry, it's out of the air.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I told you the oxygen and carbon stick together very tight. How is it the tree is so smart and managed to take the carbon dioxide, which is the carbon oxygen, nicely combined, and undo that so easy? Life. Life has some mysterious force. No, the sun is shining. And it's the sunlight that comes down and knocks this oxygen away from the carbon. So it takes sunlight to get the plant to work. And so the sun, all the time, is doing the work of separating the oxygen away from the carbon. The oxygen is some kind of terrible byproduct, which it spits back into the air and leaving the carbon and water and stuff to make the substance of the tree. Then when we take the substance of the tree and stick it in the fireplace, there's all the oxygen made by these trees. And all the carbon would much prefer to be close together again. And once you let the heat to get it started, it continues and makes an awful lot of activity while it's going back together again. And all this nice light and everything comes up. And everything is being undone. You're going back from carbon and oxygen, back to carbon dioxide. And the light and heat that's coming out, that's the light and heat of the sun that went in. The sun that went in. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log.
So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log. Hey! So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log. Hey!
So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log.
So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log.
So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log.
When you burn a log.
Boom, boom.
I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted to. I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted to. And you would, of course, be able to alter your time sense and slip, say, 75 years of subjective time into 8 hours of sleep. You would, I suppose, start out by fulfilling all your wishes. You could design for yourself what would be the most ecstatic life. Love affairs, banquets, dancing girls, wonderful journeys. Love affairs, banquets, dancing girls, wonderful journeys, gardens, music beyond belief. Akira. Music beyond belief. Music beyond belief. I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted. I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted. Any dream you wanted. Any dream you wanted. Any dream you wanted. I wonder
this sort of thing at 75 years a night, you'll be getting a little taste for something different. You would move over to an adventurous dimension, where there were certain dangers involved, and the thrill of dealing with dangers. And you could rescue princesses from dragons, and go on dangerous journeys, make wonderful explosions and blow them up. Eventually get into contests with enemies. And after you've done that for some time, you think up a new wrinkle to forget that you were dreaming, so that you would think it was all for real, and to be anxious about it, because it'd be so great when you woke up.
I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted. I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted. Any dream you wanted. Any dream you wanted. Any dream you wanted. I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted.
And then you say, well, like children who dare each other on things, how far out could you get? What could you take? What dimension of being lost, of abandonment of your power, what dimension of that could you stand? You could ask yourself this, because you know you'd eventually wake up. After you'd gone on doing this, you see, for some time, you would suddenly find yourself sitting around in this room with all your personal involvement, problems, etc., talking with me. How do you know that's not what you're doing? Could be. Because after all, what would you do if you were God?
I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted. I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted. Any dream you wanted. Any dream you wanted. Any dream you wanted. I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted. I wonder what you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted to. What you would do if you had the power to dream any dream you wanted to. 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 What you would do if you had the power to dream.
What would you do if you were God?
What would you do if you were God? What would you do if you were God? Aye. What would you do if you were God? 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 You know, roughly, I would say, I don't know, maybe like every other day or something. Sometimes more often. Someone will write to me and say, I've been listening to that song for years, I just worked out what it means. Or I just came to an understanding as to what it means. Or now it makes sense. This is amazing. God bless. What a lovely song. That was like the birth of a level of Meaningwave. A level of Meaningwave opened up with that song. I remember it happening at the time. I was like, holy shit. This is more than I thought it was. Wow. Woo! Woo!
So in the same way, we find
that the watching self, or the observing self, behind all our thoughts and feelings, is itself a thought. That is to say, when the police enter a house in which there are thieves, the thieves go up from the ground floor to the first floor. When the police arrive on the first floor, the thieves have gone up to the second, and so to the third, and finally out to the roof. And so when the ego is about to be unmasked, it immediately identifies with the higher self. It goes up a level. Because the religious game is simply a refined and highbrow version of the ordinary game.
Ooh.
How can I outwit me? How can I one-up me? So, if I find, for example, that in the quest for pleasure, the ordinary pleasures of the world, food, sex, power, food, sex, power, all this becomes a drag, and I think, no, it isn't there, so I go in for the arts, literature, poetry, music, and I absorb myself in those pleasures. Food, sex, power, I absorb myself in
literature, poetry, music,
those pleasures.
Food, sex, power,
I absorb myself in
literature, poetry, music, food, sex, power, literature, poetry, music, food, sex, power,
and after
literature,
a while,
poetry, da-da-da.
They aren't the answer. So I go to psychoanalysis, and then I find out that's not the answer. I go to religion. But I'm still seeking what I was seeking when I wanted candy bars. I want to get that goodie.
Get that goodie.
Only I see now that, of course, it's not going to be a material goodie. All material goodies fall apart. But maybe there's a spiritual goodie that's not going to fall apart. But in that quest, the quest is not different from the quest for the candy bar. Same old story. Only you've refined the candy bar, made it abstract and holy and blessed and so on. So it is with the higher self. The higher self's your old ego. And you sure hope it is eternal.
Food, sex, power,
I absorb myself in
literature, poetry, music,
those pleasures.
Food, sex, power,
I absorb myself in
literature, poetry, music,
those pleasures.
Food, sex, power,
I absorb myself in
literature, poetry, music,
those pleasures.
Food, sex, power, literature, poetry, da-da-da. 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 Da-da-da.
Yeah, bless up Meaningwave Autonomous Zone. For those of you that have been asking about the instrumentals of this album, they're dropping in a couple weeks. Is it next week? I think they're dropping next week. Or is that the... No, I think it's the Meaningwave Masterpieces instrumentals next week, and then the instrumentals from this album the week after. There you go. We'll be dropping a new video on Friday. We're dropping videos every Friday. That's the plan anyway. That's what I'm aiming at. I'm doing my best to achieve that. Making a new video every week. 2 streams a day, music video every week, album every month. That's about on it. Feels like it works. We got the new album, A Lo-Fi Christmas Miracle, is out right now. Catch that on all streaming platforms. The vocal version is on YouTube. It's got some sneaky Goggins in it. You can get it on Bandcamp as well. The Bandcamp download includes the instrumental version of the album that's on streaming platforms, but it also includes the vocal mix version as well. It's like a bonus 2-track thing. Bam, bam, out. We also rebooted the 24/7 streaming radio over on our second channel, Meaningwave TV. Thank you, Walking Mall Poet. Hyper productivity. That's the vibes. So if you want to listen to chill, ill Christmas music and hang out with the homies, that's going to be there all winter long. All winter long. And we be adding to it, you know. We be changing it up and shit. I added some joints to it today. Idealism dropped a couple new lo-fi Christmas joints. Shouts out to Idealism. Woo! Trees come out of the air. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow. We've got the Meaningwave Morning Show, aka Club Meaning, the Club of Meaning. Hype activities every morning. And tomorrow night is the return of Meaning, Crisis, and Chill. With John Viveke. Johnny V. Tomorrow is sick, you're gonna love it. It's on the subject of flow, metaphor, and the axial revolution. Whoa. 47 Yuri 47. Yeah, tomorrow is Meaning, Crisis, and Chill. Flow, metaphor, and the axial revolution. We're live scoring a lecture from John Viveke. Is what we're doing. We did it last week and it was epic. Everybody loved it. Everybody had a wonderful time. And I hit up Johnny V to see what he thought, and he thought it was a wonderful idea, and is very excited that we might keep doing it, you know? So we're gonna do it tomorrow. See how it goes. Full Killer 3644 says Meaning, Crisis on Infinite Earths. Ow! Ow! That's a DC Comics joke. Speaking of a DC Comics joke, did you see that new Firestar's daughter thing? Oh my goodness. That's some funny shit right there. God bless the contemporary comics industry. Please, God bless it. Please, it needs something. Currently, it seems to be cursed. Yo. Dana. Thank you for being here tonight. Wonderful night as always. Joyful activities, epic activities. Coming up this week, yeah, tomorrow is Meaning, Crisis, and Chill. Live Meaningwave experimental session. Wednesday is Dune Club. Thursday is Meaningwave Super Request Show. Friday and Saturday will be something awesome. Always is. Hey, I'm finishing a new album right now. Well, I'm aiming at finishing 2 albums this month. I've got 3 songs done today that were great. Amazing. Powerful. Gonna be very helpful. Food, sex, power. Boom! Damien Cook, by the way, is really who played sax, you know, on a lot of the recent records. He's really excited, bless him. He said he listened to the Meaningwave Christmas album 5 times. He says he's going to be listening to it all Christmas. He's very, very happy. And he says, some of the comments really nice. Isn't everyone really nice? Yes, they are. Meaningwave Autonomous Zone loves Damien Cook, who played the sax on the flute on this record. Word XP said, "Oh God, I just looked up Starfire's daughter. Wish I didn't see that." Well, what it is, I mean, it's a classic story. It's a tale as old as time, you know. It's a tale as old as time, is what it is, and it's funny because it's funny because it's very much very indicative of where we are, where the culture is anyway, or where the people paying people money to make stuff think the culture is. Maybe that's more accurate. I don't know. Damn. I mean, there it is. There it is. There's Starfire's daughter, you know. Starfire is the one on the left. Starfire is, traditionally beautiful female superhero character, and there's Starfire's daughter right there, looking like an angry little Danny DeVito, you know. And for what's funny or sad about this, it's hard to tell. This is a YA novel. DC Comics is now making YA novels for some reason. I don't know. Anyway. But the person who wrote it, can you guess what they look like? Look, see, so Starfire's daughter is like an angry little Danny DeVito looking lesbian who's rebelling against her mother, you know? Rebelling against her mother and society in general and all that. And, you know, and she's a little goth girl type thing. Mariko Tamaki wrote it. Let's see if we can... Tamaki, what's she look like? Oh, there you go. Look, it's an insert. See, look, there you go. She's just done she's just put herself in there. So it's her. It's her. She is Starfire's daughter, and look, she's sort of angry. I don't know what she's angry about. She's angry about something, you know. And so she's made a nice comic book for young adults, you know, about her anger, I guess, you know, about how angry she is, or something like that. So God bless her. God bless her, and God bless each and every one of us, everyone. We're in the future now, and it's up to us, baby. It's up to us to make the art that we deserve and to make the make the world that we want to see. You know, make the world that we want to see, and be less obvious with our self-inserts, please. Please. I mean, self-inserts in comics are as old as goodness what. You remember Grant Morrison put himself in Animal Man. You know, it happens. Anyway, thank you all for being here. The Meaningwave Black Friday sale shuts tonight at midnight. So if you want to take advantage of that, head on over to meaningwave.com and get 30% off your order with the code Black Friday 2020. You know, and get yourself sorted out for Christmas. Get your family sorted out for Christmas. You know, get your cousin sorted out for Christmas. Get, like, if you've got like an angry little Danny DeVito looking goth daughter, maybe get her some Meaningwave apparel, and that might cheer her up a bit. I don't know. Word XP says going to go listen to some Stanley Wave to cleanse my comic spirit. Yeah, Fool Killer says just stick to the classic when it comes to comics. Yeah. What's the cutoff point? What's the cutoff point? Like right now, it seems that like stepping into a comic shop is kind of like sort of like walking into. You need a hazmat suit, you know. It's like stepping into a heavily infected area. God bless. There's some wonderful people working in comics, regardless. But it is a place that is awash with danger, and people who are very, very angry. You know, very, very angry people. But anyway, God bless. God bless each and every one. Thank you for being here. Thank you to everyone who supported tonight. Thank you, Walking Mall Poet. Thank you, Matt Lally. Thank you, Madness Lies Sanity. And thank you, Michael Robards. As ever, if you want to support the wave, there are many, many ways and means for you to do that. You can go to bandcamp.com and download the music. You can go to Spotify and follow the playlists. You can become a member of the channel here. you can become a member of the Patreon. You go to meaningwave.com, get yourself some epic stuff, and head to the donate page over there and work out how to send Bitcoin, or you can send us some mail or something like that. All that remains for us to do now is a buy 5, and there won't be any sound effects with the buy 5 because, unbeknownst to you, and masterfully pulled off by me, nobody noticed, but the whole music system just collapsed. I have no idea why, but it did. The music system collapsed, so we'll have to do a buy 5 with me doing sound effects. All right, so what you want to do is you want to crank back like that, and then you want to go, buy 5, boom, applause sounds. Wow, I'm really not as good as that guy from, what was the movie about the police and the guy could do the good sound effects? That guy. Anyway. God bless. Thank you for being here. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Hopefully the sound will be fixed, hey? That would be nice. All right, peace out. Be excellent to one another. Sweet dreams. And may these. God bless.